Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this January 30th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Friday out there so far, but it is a great Friday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system moving across the country, and this is the main system here starting to get its act together down here in areas of the Gulf, and also another area of low pressure developing right off the southeast coast. And you can see this system here is going to phase right over the Carolinas, and it's going to produce a lot of snowfall across the area. Could be up to a foot in some locations across the Carolinas and Georgia, also into areas of Virginia, and then kind of meander off to the north and east. Could scrape a few areas up here around the northeastern U.S. From around Long Island up toward eastern Rhode Island, also eastern Maine, up toward areas of I think that's Newfoundland, Newfoundland, and then St. John's Island in eastern Canada. And this here is going to be a bomb cyclone, and it's going to bomb out in a 24-hour cycle, and it's going to become a major wind and a blizzard conditions across the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Could even be a little bit in eastern, could be back into almost central North Carolina, maybe even a little bit along the areas of the Grand Strand of South Carolina as well. Could bring some blizzard conditions as well. Also could bring some blizzard conditions also across central South Carolina, and also into central and upstate South Carolina and western North Carolina as well, and portions of Georgia, because the winds are expected to kind of increase from about 20 to 30 miles per hour. Could be gusts at 35 miles per hour along the coastal areas out here in the Outer Banks. Some areas could receive up to 60 miles per hour wind gusts as that system continues to brush the eastern coast and continue to pull away. But the most impact from this storm is going to be Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and portions of southeastern Virginia. Everybody else is going to be kind of pretty well scathed by this system, so you're not really going to be worried about this system too much. But you can see the subtropical jet pretty much running across Mexico into the Gulf and then the Atlantic coastal waters. Here's that little fifth system here diving to the south and east. That's what's going to phase with this system off the coast and produce all that snow. We've got another storm system out west of here in portions of Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, Montana, also in the portions of Wyoming, Nevada, Utah region, California, and you can see another system here coming into the western U.S. as well. That's going to impact that region also. We've got some scatter activity up here in areas of southeast Canada, around the Great Lakes, around Lake Huron and Lake Superior. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. And we're going to start off with your your Saturday forecast. Here's that heavy snow over North Carolina, southern Virginia, South Carolina, a little bit in northeast Georgia. You can see the heavy snow there. Got more snow flying over here in Virginia to Kentucky to Tennessee to portions of northern and central Georgia. Mixed precipitation for southeast Georgia. Also portions of the southeastern South Carolina coastal areas all the way up toward areas of the Outer Banks. And you can see heavy snow out there as well, stretching all the way down into southern South Carolina. Even got some freezing rain possible in eastern South Carolina as well, with mixed precipitation there also. Snow stretching from Virginia all the way up to Rhode Island. That's what I was telling you about the system. Going to kind of just brush this region here, or scrape the coastal areas here toward Rhode Island, and also just eastern Connecticut, and then continue to have to head on off to the north and east. Shower activity over the portion of the Panhandle and Big Bend area of Florida, central and South Florida, Florida Key, southern areas of Texas, western portions of Washington, Oregon State, with shower activity there in the coastal waters. More mixed precipitation in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana to Wyoming, through the Dakotas, Nebraska, Kansas, over to Iowa, Minnesota, South Canada. Snow flying in portions of Nebraska down toward Kansas, Oklahoma, and portions of Colorado and Wyoming. You can see also got more snow up here in portions of Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, over towards New York State also. Otherwise, make your high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. But remember, you're going to be a heavy snow event across the Carolinas. Lots and lots of snow will fall, so it's not going to go nowhere anytime soon. Alright, but let's roll on into your new month, February, which is Sunday, February 1st. Should roll out something like this here. Okay, we're still waiting on the features to come up. Okay, here's that snow from the Outer Banks of North Carolina, eastern North Carolina. Heavy snow in the Outer Banks up toward, so it's kind of moving right along southeast Virginia, Delaware, Rhode Island, a little bit on the coastal areas of Rhode Island, eastern Maine, and head on up into New Brunswick, just like the way I was mentioning in the beginning of the video. Alright, we got snow flying also in portion of Missouri, also Iowa up to Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, also South Canada through Minnesota, mixed precipitation in Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, shower activity for western Washington State, Idaho, northwestern portion of California, and the coastal waters. Otherwise, expect your high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, let's roll on into your Monday forecast now, and it should look something like this here. We got a lot of winter storm warnings across the southeastern U.S. You can see across Georgia, South Carolina, eastern Tennessee, southern Virginia, and all of North Carolina, all of North and South Carolina as well. You can see we've got some winter weather advisory for portion of northern, central Virginia, southern areas of West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee. And even got cold weather warnings are in effect for areas of Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. It's under there, but you just can't see it because of the winter storm warning, but it's there. Also, you got up here in Virginia, West Virginia region as well, freeze warnings over south areas of Texas, cold weather advisory stretching from areas of Texas, Louisiana to portion of Nebraska, North Dakota, Kansas, Oklahoma to Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, over towards southern Missouri, southern Illinois, central and southern Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, northern Georgia, northern Alabama, and then over toward West Virginia, Ohio, all the way up toward Pennsylvania, New York State, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York State, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, D.C., Delaware. You're included in that cold weather advisory as well. Got some winter storm warnings, winter weather advisory portion of Indiana, and also into portion of Illinois. More winter weather advisory from Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana. Got some high wind watches and warnings over areas of Montana. Special weather statements in areas of Washington State. California, we have some dense fog advisories there as well. Alright, along the coastal area, we have some hurricane force winds in the kind of pinkish looking color here, and then purple color. We got storm warning along the South Carolina coast all the way to Maine. Then we got small craft advisory, gale warnings along the coastal area, straight to areas of East Florida, southern Florida to the Gulf, all the way to East Texas and Southeast Texas, that is, even out 250 nautical miles offshore of the southeast U.S. coast. Also, we got some over here in Southern California to Washington State, around the Hawaiian Chain Island, around the Alaska region, and the Hawaiian Chain Island got some high surf warnings and coastal flood statements there as well. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. Should roll out something like this here. Oh, and no thunderstorms are expected over the next 2 days, so I just picked day 2, but nothing to expect over the next 2 days. Alright, here's the snowfall totals if you live in South Carolina, portion of North Carolina, and eastern Georgia. You can see we're looking at about 7.2 inches in Lancaster, 7.5 in areas of Camden. Could be more than that, could be up to 10 inches in some areas. Also over towards Sherrill, 7.4. The orange is looking from areas of 8 to 12 up to a foot. That's why I said some areas could receive a foot across South Carolina, North Carolina, maybe southeast Virginia in this storm. And then we're expecting 0 to 8 inches elsewhere across the board, but you can see 4.6 in Orangeburg, 5.9 in Manning, 3.7 in areas of Barnwell, 3.3 Thompson, Georgia, 4.1 Lincoln, Georgia, 5.7 Edgefield, South Carolina. You're looking at about 5.7 as well. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos. We'll catch you back in the next ones. Have a wonderful Friday evening, folks. Take care. Also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.